Scorpio. 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 You know this is what's waiting for you. Scorpio, you need to make a change. That's why you clicked on this video. And we're going to do a reading on that. We're going to find out what's the scary parts, wow, what's the worst that can happen, what's the best that can happen, and what actually will happen. So, let's get started. We're going to treat this like a, it's going to be almost like a pick a card, but the thing is I want you to do a, use your placements in your chart. Go look up your free chart. You know, you can look it up anywhere on Google. Get your sun, moon, and rising, and I want you to watch all three. I'm hoping that you'll get the answer that you're looking for. So think of that change that you need to make. Let's find out some information in regards to it. So you'll notice that I am only using the major arcana here. Just a typical Rider-Waite right here. And so we're just doing the major arcana. Let's talk about Scorpio. Change that scares them. Change that scares them. They want to find out some details. Let's see here. So what's the unacknowledged fear that holds Scorpio back? What's the unacknowledged fear that holds Scorpio back, please? I don't know if it's going to, how small this is going to let go of cards or not. We'll find out. This one? Okay, great. Ooh, hello. It's you. Death. So the unacknowledged fear that holds you back. You're just scared of the major change. You're also, what I also sense here is that you're scared of something just ending in general. It's like what it feels like is it feels like you need to end something to make this change occur, and you're scared of doing that. Death seems so permanent to you. And the death of whatever this is seems like it's something that you can't go back on. You don't like doing things without being able to change your mind. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so what's the worst that can happen in this situation here? For this change for Scorpio, what's the worst that can happen? For this change for Scorpio, please. The Devil. Wow. Worst that can happen is the Devil. So like being super attached. Being super attached to you know what I see is I see somebody who's tying themselves to like a sinking ship. That's what I see in my head. You're tying yourself to a sinking ship. No, I'm gonna do it. It's like super stubborn, right? I'm going to stick with my ship. I'm gonna go down with the damn ship. You know, that kind of thing. Being super stubborn with it, that's the worst that can happen. And then you find that you're just chained to a situation, kind of like these people in this picture, right? Chained to a situation that really you don't want to be in anymore. You don't want to be there. That's the worst thing. So, I mean, the Devil isn't necessarily like a super scary card. It just talks about excesses of stuff. It could be like excess fear, excess whatever. So if you're in like an abusive situation and you need to change, get out. Get out. Because it'll get worse. That's the worst thing that can happen, is it'll get worse by staying. Okay? But barring that kind of situation, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it could be also an abusive like work situation. Get out, because it will get worse. It will get worse if you stick around. Worst thing that could happen. But barring that, it's more of, you know, I'm still tied to this dang situation that I'm just like, man, I feel like I can't move. I'm tied up. I'm in hell. You know, that kind of thing, right? Okay, so What is the best that could happen by making this change, Scorpio? What is the best that could happen by making this change? We have the Emperor. Interesting. So it talks about it's like mastery, mastery and having control over your domain, right? Over your domain, having control over your emotions. Very divine masculine kind of energy, right? Divine masculine, having control of your emotions, not not being too soft. It can be a little bit on the more stoic side, but that more serious side, which may be what you're aiming for. That may be what you're aiming for. You could also be aiming for literally finding your divine masculine. However you see that. Now keep in mind that divine masculines and divine feminines can be opposite genders, just because it's all about the energies that each party carries rather than what they look like on the outside. And I'm not even discussing like the whole trans thing. It's not about that. This is about spiritual work. And so spiritual work for sure. Let's see here. So what is the most likely result here for Scorpio? What's the most likely result? Most likely result for making this change for Scorpio, please. What's cool is that, the devil can't come out again. What's the most likely result for this change for Scorpio, please? Trying to give me a couple cards. If it needs to be a couple cards, then you need to like kick it all out at me. Giving me problems. What's the most likely result? This one. Okay. Ooh. The Lovers. Wow. Total life path change right there. Total life path. If you're looking for that divine masculine, most likely result, you got it. Let's get some details because, I want to hear some stuff here. Let's talk about more about those fears for... Ow, I just totally stabbed my finger. Let's talk about those fears. Let's find out more about that. What is it that... More of what's stopping Scorpio from making this change. All right, Scorpio. So what is it about... Come on now. What is it? There we go. See, yeah, Six of Swords. Walking away from something that's ending. Six of Swords. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. And we've got the Fool. Look at that. Okay, so... To clarify why death and endings is your thing here, we've got the Six of Swords, the Fool, we've got the Knight of Swords. So taking action towards something new that you need to do, it causes a moving away. It's just terrifying. And this card right here in this deck is kind of like I call it my fuck it card. Fuck my emotions. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. And it's like a trust fall, right? It's a trust fall. And that causes the ending. And so you have to let go of those emotions that are within you. And you have to really embody the Fool. It really is a spiritual journey to make changes like this. Embody the Fool. Put those like in the traditional, Rider Waite stuff. It shows the Fool carrying like a knapsack, a carpet bag, right? And that's where all his emotions are going. He's like, I'm going. Let's just do this, because like I said, fuck it, right? So this is all about just. You're terrified of that, and your emotions are make you nervous about the whole thing. You're nervous about ending it. You're nervous about ending whatever it is that you need to end. You're nervous that it won't work. You're nervous that, that kind of thing. Tell me more about this worst thing that could happen here? What's the worst thing? Tell me more about this Devil card. Why? Tell me more about the Devil card. We've got the 9 of Cups, which is in my thing here, 3 of Cups, okay? 9 of Cups is forced happiness for me. A lot of times it's forced happiness, depending on, you know, the position. Here we go, okay. Yep. All right, so we've got the 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. Lots of heartache and stuff waiting for you with this 9 of Wands here. Lots of repeating energies, a lot of repeating actions and stuff, but yet expecting a different result. And it causes heartache, right? Causes heartache. And so you're just like, I'm going to pretend like I'm happy. I'm going to pretend like I'm happy because I'm still connected to this person or thing or whatever it is that you're doing. Still connected. I'm going to pretend that I'm happy, and I'm going to, you know, go out and be like, oh, everything's great and fine and everything with this three of Cups. Boy, you sure aren't going to feel that good. You sure aren't going to feel good. It's going to just make it worse for you. And there's 2 9s here showing that you are trying to end it. You're trying to get to the 10s. Trying to get to the 10s, and you're not quite there. All right, tell me about what's the best that could happen here. We've got the Emperor, 5 of Cups. What's this 5 of Cups? Tell me more about the 5 of Cups, please. I mean, not 5 of Cups, but the Emperor. Tell me more about the Emperor, please. Interesting. 10 of Swords. Oh, okay, I'm getting the message now. Oh, okay, so this Emperor, I'm like, okay, maybe you're looking for a divine masculine, but you'll go find it, whatever. But what's the clarification here? Because, I mean, really, can you clarify finding your divine masculine? No, not really. But, so in this clarification here, this is also taking, the best thing that could happen is taking control of your life. Taking control. Despite the depression, despite the regrets and everything, despite the endings, and keeping a hold of yourself. Keeping a hold of yourself, knowing who you are and not sacrificing yourself. That's the best thing that could happen. Don't sacrifice yourself. Oh, wow, I totally missed that, didn't I? Okay. That's why it's here to tell me. All right, so tell me about the most likely result. That's too many cards. I need you to give me less cards, please. Is there a card flipped up here? Guess not. Okay. Tell me about this Lovers. What's the Lovers here? This is the most likely result of making the change. Tell me about this Lovers. Tell me about this. For Scorpio. These two tried to come up here. Oh, wow. Okay. Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Holy shit, Scorpio. Look at that. Holy crap. Because you're going to find, you know, the vulnerability that you've been looking for, like the emotional vulnerability that you've been looking for. You're going to find like someone who's very deep in their love and has a very open heart chakra. Tell me more about the Lovers. One more, please. One more about the Lovers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, Scorpio. We've got the Queen of Cups. Look at this. Look at this. We have Court cards of all cups and the Lovers card as the most likely result, my specific wording on my notes here, most likely result of making the change. And you know this. I'm hearing, I think they're working on a roof on one of the buildings over here. So if you hear a thinking, you know, like a tapping noise, that's what it is. Scorpio. 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 You know this is what's waiting for you. You know it. You know that's what's waiting. You know that you need that Fool energy to be able to move on and away. Take action. Take action. You're scared of taking action to end what needs to end. They are screaming it in your face, Scorpio. They are screaming it. They being like guides or angels or whatever you think, whatever, that are guiding you through this. They are screaming it at you. You need to make this change. You know what's coming. And this is your validation. That is what's coming. But you have to do the work first. Beautiful. Well, I don't know if anybody else can overdo this. Should I just stop now? Scorpio beat everybody. Wow. Okay. That's what I've got for you this time here, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, rising signs or any other prominent placements. That way you can check out for any other issues that you may have occurring. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.